Are you chronically fatigued, feeling drained all the time, but just can't find an explanation? What if there is a hidden cause in your personality behind that fatigue that you have never heard of before? Welcome to the Understandable podcast. My name is Robert, and what I know for sure is that there are at least 5 clear signs that behind your chronic fatigue there may be a hidden highly sensitive trait, and I will share them with you now. Sign number 1, you're especially exhausted when you find little time for yourself. Are you exhausted when you are around people a lot? Then you may be over adapted in a way. And this is because as a child, many highly sensitive people have learned that their needs often overwhelm others. Therefore, they have learned to adapt very much, which of course costs a lot of energy. They can never completely be themselves in that scenario, which is unbelievably draining. Then we have number 2. You have been feeling frazzled since you have been in a relationship. Romantic relationships are wonderful and at the same time a tremendous challenge for many highly sensitive people. They suddenly not only have to do justice to themselves, but often also take on emotional responsibility for their partners. In addition, there is often a strong desire here for harmony as well. Over-adjustment is also an issue here again, and all the unconscious issues and challenges can obviously lead to chronic fatigue here. Number 3, you feel uncomfortable and chronically overwhelmed in your job, even when you just think about it. Is it hell for you when the alarm clock rings in the morning and you have to drive to work? You just can't imagine how you can spend a full 8-hour workday and still have energy for your family and friends afterwards. Then it could be that you're a highly sensitive person in a job that is probably not favorable for you. Then we have number 4. You have been suffering from unexplained physical complaints for a long time, such as headaches, migraines, swallowing issues, or problems with your bowels. Many highly sensitive people have the problem that not only their perception is very strong, but also the body shows symptoms due to constant stress. I myself had constant headaches at a very young age, and other highly sensitive people I know also suffer regularly as adults from migraines, from swallowing issues, or from irritable bowel syndrome. The sign number 5, which is since you have children, you're just exhausted completely. Having children is something wonderful, but they also mean responsibility, and this can cause enormous pressure, especially for highly sensitive people. So especially the extreme lack of sleep after birth leads to enormous fatigue here. On top of that, there is no time for yourself, which you need to recover. As I don't have children myself yet, I haven't had this experience myself, of course, but I would consider it as being exhausting for everyone, especially when you actually need a lot of time for yourself here. I would like to add that these 5 signs also apply to many non-HSPs. Also, if you have any serious symptoms, be sure to consult a doctor as well. This episode is obviously not a substitute for professional medical advice. So if one or more of the signs apply to you very much, it is well worth looking into the topic of high sensitivity a little further, and you can find more helpful content and interviews on the topic here on my channels. May your fatigue also based on high sensitivity, feel free to discuss in the comments questions, leave me a message. And if you don't want to miss any upcoming episodes and look further into the topic, definitely subscribe here to the show on YouTube, on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen. I see you in the next episode.